Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jeanette Martinez. My job opportunity presentation is on the Special Agent of the Attorney General's Office in Arizona. I did compare and contrast special agents from the state of Arizona with special agents from the FBI. So I hope you all like my presentation. The special agents with the Attorney General's Office are part of the criminal division. Their specific section is known as the Special Investigations Section, which provides investigative support to law enforcement and consumer protection services of the Attorney General's Office, as well as to law enforcement agencies across the state of Arizona. So a little background on the person I interviewed, Special Agent D. Morin, and I should say lead special agent. I will get into that later on. So his background, he worked in the private sector a few years, so that's law enforcement. He did 6 years in law enforcement. Then from there, he went to work security for Nordstrom for 13 years. He worked up his way up the chain throughout those years, became the loss prevention regional investigator for the whole state of Arizona. As a regional investigator, he did internal investigation, but also he called law enforcement for help as well, especially if they were going to do criminal charges on an individual. So all security cases that were investigated went to the Arizona Corporate Commission and referred to the Arizona Attorney General's Office for criminal charges. His experience at Nordstrom is what landed him his career now at the Attorney General's Office. He has been there for 7 years. Like I said, when you go into the Attorney General's office, you are a special agent. He is a lead special agent now. He is second in command when his supervisor, a special agent, is not in office, or say he's on vacation or anything like that were to occur, he's next up. So he has come a long way within those 7 years as well. And he's still growing as an individual, and every new case that is being handled, they'll learn something new as well. So it's a learning experience, but it's also experiences that you've already dealt with in the past. So he has all that needs to be required. Preferred and required criteria for the special agent within the FBI and the special agent within the AGO. So within the FBI, you must be a U.S. citizen, be between 23 and 36 years of age, have a bachelor's degree or master's degree from a U.S. accredited college, have at least 2 years of full-time professional work experience, and be available for assignment to any of the FBI's 56 field offices. Within the AGO, an ideal applicant will have at least 5 years of investigative experience, have understanding and working knowledge to conduct fraud, money laundering, racketeering, and other white-collar investigations, and expected to know and understand various Arizona criminal and civil statutes, the Arizona criminal justice system, rules of evidence, tactics, procedures, and techniques for general investigation, searches, seizures, and arrests. Interview and hiring process for the Attorney General's Office. So typically the process for an interview is that your application is reviewed based on your background, work history, and experiences. If your application is chosen by the Special Investigations Section Chief and Assistant Chief, then you would receive a call by the section's office administrator for an interview. During the interview process, you will speak to an oral board that consists of 4 to 5 individuals, which vary between the Special Investigation Chief and Assistant Chief, Supervisor Agent, Lead Agent, and Assistant Attorney General. The hiring process takes 2 to 6 months. Once an individual passes the oral board, an additional offer will be sent. To complete the hiring process, you will need to complete a psychological evaluation and polygraph. With addition, if an individual gets hired from out of state, they will need to retake the requalification test to be certified within AZ post and complete the Peace Officer Physical Aptitude Test, which is POPAT. For the FBI hiring process, the application process consists of the steps below. Step 1, application screening. Step 2, phase 1 test. Step 3, meeting and greet session / review process. Step 4, the phase 2 test. Step 5, conditional appointment offer. Step 6, background investigation. Step 7, official physical fitness test. Step 8, basic field training course. And then for finish, your career placement. So there's a lot more steps within the FBI than with the Attorney General's office. Of course, more steps means the hiring process will take more to 6 months to a year, give or take, how your background is or how long your work experience is as well. This is the salary range for the Attorney General's office. The salary for a special agent has changed throughout the years. In 2005, the starting pay for an agent was between $52,000 to $54,000 a year. In 2007, the governor of Arizona gave a raise, which increased the starting pay to $68,000. In 2020, there was another 5% raise. And just as of last year, the whole Attorney General's office received a 10% raise. So this is where the different pays come in for all three agents. So for starting agents, the starting pay is $74,000 to $75,000. For a lead special agent is $82,000. And for a supervisor special agent, it's $90,000 a year. Special agents do receive an annual bonus averaging between $1,000 and $5,000 a year. For the benefits in the Attorney General's office, you do get sick leave, vacation with 10 paid holidays per year, health and dental insurance, life insurance, and long-term disability insurance. And then you have optional employee benefits, which include short-term disability insurance, deferred compensation plans, and supplemental life insurance. So everyone within the Attorney General role gets the same package of benefits, whether you're an agent, an attorney, an advocate, an office administrator, anyone, they get these same benefits included. For the vacation time, your annual vacation time and your sick leave, depending on how many years you have within the office, you will accumulate a different amount of hours. So say for example, if you have 3 years in the Attorney General's office, you accumulate 4 hours every 2 weeks for your annual and 3.5 for your sick leave. But if you've been within the state of Arizona, in general, in the state of Arizona as an employee, 10 years, you accumulate 8 hours of annual vacation, and then you accumulate 7 for sick leave. So every 2 weeks, you can accumulate more hours, and you can average more than 320 hours per year as well. The salary and benefits with the FBI. So their salary and incentives. They make between $38,000 to $153,000 a year. So there's a big difference comparing the FBI salary with the salaries from the Attorney General's office as a special agent. Again, depending on your position as a special agent, the supervisory special agents can earn up to $1,700 a year. They do get 3 hours of paid time to exercise per week as well. Their paid time off, so they have 13 to 26 days annual leave, 11 days, which is federal holiday, 13 days of sick leave, and 12 weeks of parental leave. So the difference between the FBI and the Attorney General's is every 2 weeks you get to accumulate as much as sick time you want, as much as annual leave you can every year. Within the FBI, you're already granted this certain amount and you can't exceed it anymore. The benefits with the FBI as well, you get a 401k insurance, which is health and life insurance, and retirement after 20 years, and pension plan vested after 5 years. Current issues facing the field. Like any other law enforcement agency, a big issue for the special agents at the Attorney General's office is the lack of manpower. There are multiple positions open at the time too. Positions will remain open within the Arizona State Job website until filled, so a lot of opportunity. Last time I checked, I think there was about, I want to say 6 to 10 positions open, so they're always hiring. A lot of the agents leave the Attorney General's office because they are offered a bigger pay within private sectors. Just of recently, an agent left to the Maricopa County's investigative office. He is handling cold cases, murder cold cases. Again, he is receiving a higher pay, and that's the sort of the sucky part of the job as well, because it's the experience you get, but also they have so much experience, they're looking for a higher pay as well. Like the FBI, also a current challenge is performing fully and effective during COVID-19. A lot of policies have changed because of COVID. Social distancing is starting to wear off a little bit. They're able to now do their interviews with witnesses or suspects in person again instead of virtually or through a phone interview. So they're starting to get more out on the field again and doing field work, doing task force work as well with other sections. So it's one step at a time, but other than that, there's really no current issues within the Attorney General, within the special agent's role. Analyze of preparedness. So I want to be an FBI agent. You certainly don't need, there are many positions open within the FBI, and you don't need the field experience to, be a crime analyst or working cyber security for the FBI. But I like to be more hands-on. So, at the moment, as a single mom, I do work full-time, go to school part-time, work as a mom full-time as well. So I wouldn't be able to apply for like internships within the FBI. They are a 10-week internship, which is very difficult, not being able to work with my schedule. But after graduation, I do plan to start the process of applying for law enforcement. I would like to have that field experience as an officer, as an investigator. I think that goes a long way with where you want to be within the FBI or law enforcement or anything like that in the criminal justice field. So again, I would like to be a special agent working on the field, investigating a crime or crimes that will occur. So I would like to start doing that after graduation, to just get the process going. But I also want to transfer to ASU to complete a master's of legal studies. So it's getting more in touch with the laws, how they're changing day by day, and just get a little bit more of an education experience as well. Education and work experience do come along a long way, from my opinion, and I think it put me in a better position to someday go into the FBI. I don't want to be a law enforcement officer for a long time either, just to be able to get my foot in the door and just say that I have all this knowledge, I am qualified for this position, and that's what I want to do. So that's how I plan on preparing for my future and hope to one day be a special agent within the FBI. These are my references. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation, and I am excited to watch all of yours. Thank you.